As a firm, we have invested in a new office, a new complex. We have created the atmosphere to have a work-life balance from what it was before. So this is keep it more of EY requirement standards worldwide is where we are trying to create facilities within office for people to have that work-life balance.
We are very confident and we believe that when businesses work better, the world works better as well. We're very proud of the fact that we have a people-first culture. We have a very strong alumni network, proving our commitment to bringing in talent and nurturing them within the firm and growing them and setting them on their own career paths.
The general outlook of the economy, I think, is looking good from what it was, in my view. Economy is showing improvements in all sectors. I mean, not as much as what would expect, but at least from where we were, they're showing improvement. If you take the macroeconomic side, the interest rates have come down to almost 10% from where it was. It should compound further, but at least it's a big improvement from what it was. So it helps industry and commerce to borrow and finance operations. Cost of production can come down. Inflation has been brought down from about high of 70% 2 years ago now to a single digit, which is a great achievement. So for a country to progress and to plan long term, you need to have stable inflation and stable interest rates, which have been achieved. On the fiscal side, we see there is more revenue consolidation, government revenue is going up. Expenditure is not coming over static at least. So the deficit is not increasing, but at least it's remaining at the same levels. Of course, interest payment is the biggest issue the government has, and that will take more than 70% of the income. So for the financial consolidation or other fiscal consolidation necessary for there to be to bring the budget deficit down from what it is now and narrow it as possible. Private sector side, you can see tourism, as anyone can see, has a tremendous improvement and growth. We're having numbers that we never recorded before. Tourism industry will have a severe knock-on effect on the rest of the country. And I mean, from a three-wheel driver to a waiter who works in a hotel, craft supplier to to the big hotels, to operators, then the drivers, to all that. Everyone is benefiting from the tourism industry. Has a serious impact, and that's very good. We'll have numbers that we never had before. And that will be a tremendous boost to the foreign reserves. If you look at the rupees appreciating, the remittances from overseas workers increasing. So, and if you look at other sector of the economy, if you take shipping and logistics doing very well, the one that is affected probably is consumer durables and consumer items, FMCG sector, because the consumption level has come down because of increase of taxes and the high inflation we had at that time, and it has not been brought down. It has been still the same level, although there has to increase. So people find it difficult to meet the ends meet. But I think if the reform agenda continues, if the program that the government is doing continues for a year or two steadily, I think consumer consumption, purchasing power will increase and people will have a better life. That's my hope. So things are going the correct direction. We had only hope that the political risk does not take it away and that people will also support this program and the process they're going through, because after all, it's for them, not for anyone else. So they also take responsibility to taking ownership to the process that we are going through. Talent migration is not something that EY alone can address. It is an overall atmospheric situation that has mattered, that has got, at least that has come into as a problem. But I believe when the macroeconomic conditions improve, country becomes more stable socially, politically and economically, and the youth of this country see a future for this country. I think then the people stay here. They'll have hope and belief this country is a place to live and work. So unless that hope comes into the people, and until such time it comes, the talent attraction will be difficult for all, not only for EY. So it's not something we can find in isolation. But for EY at least to make sure that we don't lose our people to both outside EY in the country as well as overseas, is that we are trying to make the profession as attractive as possible, to show career in the profession, to invest in the skills of our people, and then also for us to get into areas of industry and for us to improve our own performance, then people will grow with us. Also, we are trying to see whether we can offer certain exchange programs with our other offices worldwide. We have an agreement where they work overseas and come back to our country. So those are things that we are trying to do. But as I told you, talent retention and retention is not something that we can fight on alone. It is an overall battle that we have to fight. But I think we have seen a reduction in migration now. Overall, the country as well, I think we have seen a reduction in migration. People are reducing. And we also find people who left us are coming back to Sri Lanka. That's a good sign. And they want to join us. Some people on the industry. So we see a return of the talent that went out and we lost. As a firm, we have invested in a new office, a new complex, and we feel that also is an item of encouragement for us to retain talent and attract talent from what it was before. We have created the atmosphere to have a work-life balance. We have from what it was before. So this is keep it more of EY requirement standards worldwide is where we are trying to create facilities within office for people to have that work-life balance. So we have created recreation areas, we have snooker tables, we have carom facilities, we have very spacious recreation area, lunchroom area. We have got in-house catering to prevent people from walking out of office and buying their own food. They can, at any given time, they can purchase what they want, eat and drink. And then we have high-class training facility. So with that, we have found that people's desire to move out of office, to leave office, etc., is reducing, and people prefer to stay inside and work. EY, as all along has been a very organization worldwide, which is very diverse and inclusive. So in order to meet the concept, we have designed the office so that people feel free to, they feel wanting to come to office. That's what we want to create.
The recruitment strategy actually is a very important focal point. So as resource person representing Ernst & Young, we consider it an utmost responsibility in sourcing the right talent. So when it comes to a recruitment, it's not about filling a vacancy or filling a seat. It's actually about handpicking the right talent that would overall fit into our strategy and our purpose. So I don't know whether you've heard, but our purpose is building a better working world. And we are very confident and we believe that when businesses work better, the world works better as well. So this purpose has actually motivated a lot of young talent to wanting to be a part of the big picture. So we've had people actually come and speak to us and say, this is what we want to be a part of. So when we recruit, there's a considerable amount of time we spend on recruiting the right talent because it is an investment to the firm. And when we do recruit, their learning journey actually begins even before they start. So you might ask me, how is that possible? So actually the learning and development team and the talent teams work very closely, and we have a very thorough and comprehensive induction program that we run through for all new hires. So when they walk through the doors of Ernst & Young, we want to ensure that they are equipped with soft skills and most importantly, the technical training that they would require to navigate through the first few weeks or months with Ernst & Young. So it's a very thought after process, and we're very proud to say that we have been able to, through the years, recruit the right talent to the firm. And all our induction programs finish with one promise. The promise being an exceptional EY experience. Because we believe that whenever you join, however long you stay, your exceptional EY experience lasts a lifetime. Ernst & Young, we're very proud of the fact that we have a people-first culture. We are well aware that our greatest resource is our people. So this is why, as recruitment teams, we want to make sure we attract talent at a very young age in their career. So the talent teams quite frequently visit schools, institutions, and even universities and speak to them about the different opportunities available within our firm for growth. And we have actually had a lot of positive response from students. And I'm very proud to say that there are many success stories. We've had people join us right after school who've embarked in a career with us and grown even towards partnership or leadership roles locally and globally. The success stories are a lot, and we have a very strong alumni network proving our commitment to bringing in talent and nurturing them within the firm and growing them and setting them on their own career paths. Recruitment is a key strategy we look at. On the other side, we are also keen in retaining the staff that we bring into the firm. So in this strategy, career development plays a huge role. So our performance evaluation cycle is a lot about one-on-one feedback, where we sit with our staff on a yearly basis and we give them very transparent feedback on how their performance is. And interestingly, these conversations have led to very positive impact from the staff, because they are aware, they can see that the firm is invested in their career. They know that the fact that we sit with their line managers and we would tell them, this is where you're doing well, you need some improvement in these areas, actually motivate our staff to better develop. We've seen people take hold of their development needs and progress very fast within the firm's careers. So at EY, I must also mention, we celebrate all the milestones in terms of promotion, be it a manager, senior manager, and director. We celebrate with them. We also arm them with the technical skills that they would need to take these new responsibilities and nurture the new teams with them. So in terms of developing, career development is at the forefront of what we do at EY as a talent team. Employee engagement activities are a key part of ensuring that people are satisfied and motivated within the firm. We are very much involved in ensuring that we have different kinds of employee engagement activities. We have had the fullest support of the partnership. We try to think out of the box and come up with new motivational engagement activities in the firm. So it could be a CSR project, a medical camp, or even celebrating the different religious festivals of the country, fostering diversity and inclusiveness in the firm. So every time we have such an activity, we've had lots of positive feedback from the staff. We give them an opportunity to network within service lines, and we are confident that such activities would only motivate our existing staff and also in return help attract the right talent to our firm.
So actually, if you look at EY, we have the female gender, which is about 60 to 70% of our workforce. In our partnership, it's about 40%. And it is not by a decision that we do consciously. It is the way that workforce is emerging. We find that females are more coming into the system. They prefer the type of work we do, the flexibility we provide. And we find that combination is a natural evolution rather than a decision made on purpose. So that is the element to which we are quite free in our thinking. So we are an organization worldwide that is not only gender in terms of religious equality, in terms of openness. We always give pride of place to the best performing person. EY will never favor a person based on gender, based on religion, based on color. I think we always go on performance, and that's why we are where we are at the moment. So whether we came here or in the previous place, we have been an inclusive organization. In fact, amongst the audit firms, I can tell you EY was the first firm that brought in females in 1970 to 1973 to the accounting profession. So that's where we started.